All right, let's go ahead and continue to look at a couple more examples about this idea of multiplicity, that our answer shows up multiple times or those factors show up multiple times in our questions. So let's go ahead and look at this new polynomial equation. We have x to the fourth minus 14x to the third plus 49x squared is equal to 0. So our goal is to solve by factoring. We're looking to see what are those answers for x in our question. The equation is already set equal to 0, so I don't need to worry about that step. Let's go right into our factoring. We're always looking for our common factor first. There is nothing common between all three numbers because the first number is 1 there. So 1, 14, and 49 do not have anything in common, but there is something in common for the variables because they all contain an x. Pulling out the smallest one of our x squared leaves us with x squared minus 14x plus 49 inside of our parentheses, and our equation is still equal to 0. We notice inside of the parentheses we do have our x squared, so we are going to try to continue to factor. I notice it says plus 49, so I know the signs are going to be the same. They're both minuses because of the middle sign that I have. Well, what multiplies to get a 49 that also adds together to give me a 14, 7, and 7? Now, that means my two parentheses would be the same. So I'm going to write it like this. I still have the x squared in the front from my common factor. And because the parentheses were identical, I wrote it as x minus 7 squared is equal to 0. We have two different factors that we've written down. The first one being x squared. The second one being x minus 7 squared. We're going to put down our final answers based on those parentheses or based on the factors that we see. The first factor, our x squared, does not have any parentheses, so what number does it correspond with? 0. The second one does have a parentheses, so we're picking out the opposite, and that means x would be equal to a positive 7. Now, we did only write two answers for this question, but the original question had an x to the fourth, so that means I should potentially get 4 different answers for this question. Well, where's the other two answers that I have? The other two answers are because of the exponents that we had as we were doing our factoring question. Well, the first factor said x squared. So that means whatever answer I get for x over there, which was 0, shows up twice. That means my 0 has a multiplicity of 2. It showed up twice because that factor showed up twice in my question. The other answer came from where it said x minus 7 squared. The answer that I get from that parenthesis shows up twice because of the square that is on that parenthesis. Well, what answer came from that? It was the opposite. It was our positive 7. So I also know that 7 has a multiplicity of 2. The first answer shows up twice. The second answer shows up twice, and there's our total of 4 answers that we thought we should get in this question, so we know we have done the work correctly. So that's what it means when it says multiplicity. The answer shows up multiple times because of an exponent that you have in our question. Let's work through one more multiplicity question together here. We have x to the fourth equals 2x squared minus 1. Now this equation, before I can do anything else, I do need to set it equal to 0. Now, yes, the fastest way to set it equal to 0 would be to subtract the x to the fourth, but I always want to keep the highest exponent positive. So I'm actually going to take the two things on the right side and move them over to the left side of our equation. So I have x to the fourth minus 2x squared plus 1 is equal to 0. Now, this equation, it doesn't have any common factors. There's nothing that all three of those terms have in common, but it is something that I can factor. Now, yeah, it does say x to the fourth and not x squared at the beginning of our question, but that's okay. Because what can I multiply to get x to the fourth? It would be x squared times x squared. Remember, for multiplication, we add exponents together. So 2 plus 2 gave me 4. So that means in the first two blanks of our parenthesis, we would put an x squared. And that makes sense because the middle term has an x squared as well. The last term I see is a plus, which tells me the signs are going to be the same. Based on that middle term, they're both going to be minus signs. Well, for the last piece, what can I multiply to get a 1? And then I add together to get a 2, 1, and 1. Notice my parentheses would be identical. They would both say x squared minus 1. The x squared came from the x to the fourth because I use x squared twice. The 1 came from the 1 at the end of the question because I use 1 twice in my question. The minus is in the middle because that was the sign of the middle term that we had in our question. So I've been able to break this down into our two different parentheses in our question. Now, what I see inside of that parenthesis, the x squared minus 1, I actually can continue to factor as well because it says the x squared. That was the example of our difference of squares that we talked about in our factoring lesson. It was right around lesson 61, I believe, where we talked about some of these ways to factor those kind of quadratic questions. The x squared minus 1 can continue to factor. The x squared means there would be an x in the first two blanks of my parentheses. The minus at the end, I would have 1 plus 1 minus, the signs would be different. And then what can I multiply together to get a 1, and a 1? So here's what my question now looks like. I would have an x plus 1 times an x minus 1. Now that came from factoring the x squared minus 1 the first time. Notice there's my x's inside the first two blanks. The signs were different, and then 1 times 1 gave me 1. I wrote the exact same parentheses again because on the previous line it said x squared minus 1 squared. The factors would show up twice in our question. We have 4 different factors, we have 4 different parentheses, and notice the original question had an x to the 4th, so that makes sense. There's going to be a total of 4 answers in our question. Notice 2 of the parentheses, or 2 sets of the parentheses, repeat. The x plus 1 shows up twice, and the x minus 1 shows up twice as well. My 2 answers, again giving the opposites of what I see in the parentheses, would be positive 1 and negative 1. Because the x minus 1 parentheses showed up twice, that means my 1 has a multiplicity of 2. That answer was given twice. The x plus 1, that parenthesis again was there twice, so my answer that corresponded with negative 1 also shows up twice in our question. So hopefully based on those examples, you were able to get this idea of multiplicity. Again, that just means the answer shows up multiple times because I see the same parenthesis over and over again, or I see that there's an exponent on the question. Now, if you had factored and it just said like x plus 3 times x plus 5 and those factors didn't match, well, then each of them just have a multiplicity of 1. It doesn't repeat in the question, so you would just say multiplicity of 1 and then give the answer that it corresponds with. So in our lesson tomorrow, we're going to continue to solve these polynomial equations, but the ones that we're going to see tomorrow can't factor. All of the examples that we did here together today were ones that we could break down into our 2 parentheses. Well, that won't be the case tomorrow, and we'll see how do we continue to solve at that point.